YouTube, what is going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you a brand new video. As you guys clicked on the video for, you clicked on SummerSlam's predictions, and before we actually get into these predictions, this will follow into the predictions basically. But as you guys know, Paige and Alberto Del Rio got suspended for violating the first thing of the wellness policy. Doesn't surprise me, I would say. Not that I would picture them, but if Alberto Del Rio, I was shocked when Alberto Del Rio, but I thought Paige would probably end up honestly getting suspended since they're a couple. So, but then this happened. Eva Marie got suspended. Now this one I was shocked by, and so basically she is now not going to be able to compete at SummerSlam, and this is a rant, to say the least. All right. Now, I'm not going to specify Roman Reigns' suspension. He's in the doghouse. Now, do I or do I not? It's 100% up in the air if they knew going into Money in the Bank that he was being suspended directly Monday night. That they knew either A, going into Monday Night Raw or Money in the Bank that he was suspended. I don't know that, so I'm not going to comment on this, but regardless, if it either way, it was completely wrong. Now, what I am going to bitch on is Brock Lesnar. Now, Brock Lesnar violated the not a wellness policy, but the drug policy in UFC. Basically, the drug is apparently, something to help with his condition that he had a while back. And it was a flagged substance. But accordingly, Vince McMahon said he will not be punished. And I read this saying that he is held to a higher standard. That there are reports saying that Vince thinks the UFC is not up to the highest standards like the WWE is. Or they knew that he was on this and just said this was for your condition, so you're allowed to take it. So but regardless, that is traditionally 100% wrong. Brock Lesnar was not suspended at all. Not in the slightest. He didn't just receive a 30-day suspension and it was like, well, it's not a big deal because he wasn't going to show up anyway. I don't know. But it's completely wrong, and then Eva Marie now misses SummerSlam. And this is going to kill her character. WWE she's about to be in the doghouse. She's about to be a certified jobber. They said they had big plans done for her, and now she shit the bed. And before it gets started again, her husband came out and said that the reason she was suspended was bogus. And that there would be more information coming out soon. And if it is as big as what he made seem, I highly doubt it is. I think that she was legitimately on something, because WWE just doesn't hand out wellness policy violations for nothing. So, but just to add now let's get into the predictions. Now it is Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella versus Natalya and Alexa Bliss, and this is supposedly now to be a mystery partner, but if you guys haven't been paying attention to the news, Nikki Bella has been cleared to wrestle, but it is saying that the doctors want her to keep it slow, so maybe she comes in as a filler, or they get Maurice to come in and fill in, or they have to call someone up to go to SmackDown, which isn't a bright idea. So it's a partner to be announced, and yeah, a lot of people will say that it was Nikki Bella. I don't know if that's the best way if you want to bring her back as a heel directly off of her heel run, but SmackDown needs heels, so I'm with it. I'm fine with it. So then we're gonna go into Cesaro versus Sheamus. Actually, before I get into that, regardless, I don't care who wins. Becky Lynch. I want Becky Lynch to win. I think Becky Lynch, if you guys don't know this, I think Becky Lynch Out of the 4 horsewomen, she was the best to come out of it. You're gonna say Sasha Banks, and maybe then you'll even say Bayley, and then you'll say maybe Becky Lynch, or maybe even Charlotte. I don't know. I don't know what your taste is, but I think Becky Lynch is the best on the mic and in ring combined. I don't think she's as good as a wrestler on Charlotte, but she's miles ahead of her on the mic. Same thing. I think Becky Lynch is a better wrestler and better on the mic than Charlotte. So yeah. I'm pretty sure Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi will come out on top. Now we go into Cesaro versus Sheamus. This is going to be a complete throwaway match. I'm 100% calling Cesaro wins because he needs to win, and he should honestly just close this out in a 4-0 style, but I know he won't. It pisses me off. But, yeah, this is completely dumb by WWE to have this series. It wastes Cesaro's time. Yeah, it's a waste of his time. He needs to be fighting for a title. You can argue that his mic skills aren't the best, and I don't want this to come along that I only care about mic skills because I don't. But to be a champion, you have to have everything. And Cesaro, in my opinion, has it all. He's arguably the best worker in the company, and just pure wrestling. And then he's really good on the mic, in my opinion. I like him on the mic, and I think he's ready for a Universal title push if given the opportunity. I'm not saying he has to win it right away. I'm just saying he deserves to be in the contendership, but who knows. Alright. Enzo and Cass versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. A lot of people are saying that Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho are going to split up and then they're going to feud. No, I'm actually going to call they're going to win and then start feuding with the New Day. It gives Kevin Owens something to do while his, because he can't go for the mid-card because it's in heel. It's on Rusev right now. I mean, he can't go for the United States. I'm sorry. He can't go for the United States because it's on Rusev, and that's... What are you going to do? You're not going to put Rusev against Kevin Owens. I don't think it's going to turn out that well. And you don't want to change Kevin Owens to face, in my opinion, because he's amazing as a heel. And then I think, yeah, they should... Then Chris Jericho just gets him... I don't want to even say under his wing, but just gives them something to do. Give them great banter between the two that they've seen in recent weeks. I know Enzo and Cass would benefit more from the win, but I think Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens are going to go over, and then after this, start feuding with the New Day. Now we're going to go into John Cena versus AJ Styles. AJ 100% will win this, not a doubt in my mind. There is literally not a doubt in my mind that WWE would even be this stupid to let John Cena win. He literally benefits nothing from it. But yeah, after that, guess we'll go ahead and do the next prediction. I know this is a bigger match on the card, but Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose wins again, 100%. There's not a chance in hell Dolph Ziggler wins. There is literally not a chance in hell that he wins. What will end up happening, in my opinion, is AJ's going to win, thinks he deserves the title. Dean Ambrose, being the champion that he is, says, let's bring it at No Mercy, me versus you for the title. AJ wins. And that's your way to get AJ on the map. Less than a year, and he's already a champion. There you go. That's all you gotta do, WWE. Literally all you gotta do. And I'm not even saying that he has to win it at No Mercy. Let them feud for a little bit, but then AJ, maybe in the second or even final match, go, I got this. Just give me one more match. And he'll bitch and moan, and then you can keep that title on him, and then I think you can keep the title on him a long time because he works as a babyface or a heel, and he's perfect. He's literally perfect. But now, yeah. So AJ's got this 100%. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. I honestly don't know. This is probably a 50-50 toss-up. I don't think Vince is gonna let him go over with his with him fucking shitting the bed in UFC. I really don't think Vince would reward a guy. If they literally reward a person for doing drugs, I don't know. I physically don't know. And granted, they weren't giving him a title, thank Christ. But I don't know. I think without the wellness policy violation, I would have 100% said, I say wellness policy, but the drug policy, I don't know what else to call it. I would have said Brock Lesnar has this 100%. I know this is, but a lot of these matches are 100%. Like the Enzo and Big Cass and Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, that's a really toss-up, but I do think they would win. AJ Styles is gonna win. I know it. But Lesnar versus Orton, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Orton because apparently Bill Goldberg's there, and I swear to God, if they build Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar again, I'm gonna flip some shit on my review. Like, it's so fucking dumb. No, I don't want Bill Goldberg. I'm fine if you want to do like an appearance, fine. They just cross paths, fine. I'm A-okay with that. Don't set up a match. No, I don't want to see Bill Goldberg wrestle. I'm fine with him if he wants to make like a Hall of Famers appearance. I'm A-okay with that. That would be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Orton. I think Orton's got it. I just don't see Vince letting him win after all the shit he did with UFC. I just don't picture Vince is gonna let that go lightly. The Miz versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. I think the Miz has this again sort of in the bag. I'm not too worried about it. But I think Apollo Crews would have something to gain for it, but I don't think you would take the title off of Miz considering the main belt's face, and I don't usually, in my opinion, if you have the guy as a face, then usually the titles that below it are gonna be heel. So I don't know. This one's a toss up again, but I'm gonna go with Miz. I think Miz wins just by cheating, and Apollo Crews just saying, "I always get so close, but I can never grab the brass ring," as Vince McMahon so desperately always likes to say. For the tag team titles, I've kind of already spoiled this. Yeah, I think New Day will win. There's not a doubt in my mind that says they're going to win 100%, because there's definitely a chance that Luke Gallows and Carlo and the club can win. But it's just that I don't necessarily think they will. Because I also, like I said, I think that Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens will feud for the titles. But I think they could also break the record for overall tag team champions just to build New Day as a dynasty. Which can easily be done. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the club goes over here, but the, New Day will win this 100%. Rusev versus Roman Reigns. After the match that they had, Rusev wins. Not really too worried about that. Yeah, Rusev got it. There's no way they would put Roman Reigns in, but I did read an article. There were rumors, I don't believe them, that Roman Reigns would now be back in the main event after SummerSlam. Basically saying your punishment's over for fucking everything up. But I don't believe it for a second. I still believe he's going to be in the doghouse for a while. But yeah, Rusev wins. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. This is 100% guarantee Sasha Banks wins. I've already told you about Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. And then the Universal title, I don't know. This is a 50-50. It's going to be a fantastic match. But there are rumors saying that Finn Balor's going to win. I don't believe it. I think Seth Rollins pulls it out. That's my personal opinion, though. I think Seth's going to pull it out. But Finn Balor winning isn't all that unlikely. But I'm going to say Seth. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you did, subscribe. I do a lot of content here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye.